Hey there folks, how are you? What are we doing today? Today I'm going to show you how to attack a Town Hall 13 with witches. That's right, we're going to take a look at a few different witch strategies, how you can be an absolute boss at them. We're going to break them down, show you replays, and that's getting started right now. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Captain Nemo. Welcome to another video. Today, we're going to look at some witch strategies. That's right, witch strategies at Town Hall 13. Before we get started, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Follow me on my Twitter and my Discord. We have a lot of stuff going on there, and you don't want to miss out. So, let me make myself a little smaller, and let's get started with the first attack. Alright, now first up, we're hanging out right here in Canadian Brew, one of the clans in the EYG family. That's right, Evolve Your Game, super awesome place. The link in the description of this video to their Discord, definitely come check them out. What do we got today? We got 8 witches, 13 bowlers, that's a lot of bowlers, 5 ice golems, and then 8 earthquake spells. The quakes are there to, of course, open up the base completely. We have a P.E.K.K.A, a giant, and that's really done on one side to do the funneling, and then the other side we got a siege barracks, of course, that's gonna create that further funnel for us. And then we're basically gonna send everything into the base, right? The ice golems in the front, then we have the witches and the bowlers behind, spawning skeleton spells. The ice golems are gonna provide five free spells for us. We're gonna bring an extra one with us and 2 rages. Now, as far as the quakes, they're gonna open up the base completely. Because of the way this base is designed, it's not a very good one, and the fact that it has single infernos, this type of attack is gonna destroy. So let's see what we got going on over here. Let's break this down. So here we are. We're gonna come in from the northwest. That's gonna be right against the town hall. Right in the center, he's going to use 8 earthquake spells, 0-2 that is, right in the middle over here to open up one section of the base, and then 8 more earthquake spells to open up the second portion of the base. We have a siege barracks coming in on one side, and an ice golem with a P.E.K.K.A coming in on the other. That is doing, what is that doing? That's creating a funnel for us. That's right, we're going to make sure that we check out this section right here, and then we're going to take out this section right here. Once we do that, we have a good enough funnel set to where we're gonna send our ice golems, our witches, our bowlers, our heroes all down the middle into the center of the base. And then we're gonna rage them. At the same time, we're also going to be using 4 more earthquake spells to open up the section of the base that leads to the town hall, and that's going to be somewhere right in here. As you can see, he raged. He's using his Grand Warden ability once he gets to the center. Here we are. We're going to open up the base into the single infernos, into the town hall. We are going to rage in there. We're going to wait and use our Grand Warden ability as soon as we get to the town hall to survive that big giant bomb, and of course to actually help our heroes as well that are being targeted by those single infernos, which we don't want to obviously done because it's going to kill our heroes. Really, in general, this is really nice and easy, as you notice, right? We got the P.E.K.K.A and a couple of wizards left on one side. We have witches and bowlers on the other, and then the main army of witches, bowlers, and heroes going directly into the base. As you notice, there's really not that much left. Couple of defenses, but as far as anything else goes, we're good to go. We still have a pop ability on our queen, so that's going to take care of that single inferno if needed, and we're going to take home the 3-star because it was nice and easy. The way the base was set up, it called for witches and bowlers. Actually, as you can see, this attack is very effective for specific type of bases at Town Hall 13. It's actually effective at a lot of different Town Hall levels, but right here, as you notice, 0-2 had absolutely no problem wiping out their number 5 with this specific attack. Now what did he do? He created a nice funnel from one side and the other, right? He created a funnel to make sure that his center push goes into the base. He went up against the single infernos, which was nice and easy for him when it comes to the witches and the bowlers. He made sure that he raged and he used 8 earthquake spells because he knew that he'd be able to open up the base completely from one side to another and let his witches and bowlers do the work and go into the base and just wreck it apart. And that's what he did. He also made sure that he saved his Grand Warden ability for the back end. And that's very important as well, to make sure that you survive that giant bomb. With everything else in the center being really nice and easy with the 2 rages, he walks away with a 3-star. Really nice attack. I love the base identification here, and I also really like the deployment. Really nicely done. And that's how you run witches at Town Hall 13. Let me show you a different configuration. So next up, instead of using all witches and bowlers, we're actually gonna have a combination here. There's gonna be a bunch of Yeti in here too. Now, as far as the witches go, there's gonna be 3 witches in this strategy, and they're gonna be deployed from the side. I don't know if you've ever seen this strategy, but it's actually very, very effective. 4 quakes this time, and 3 rages. We got a heal, and of course a poison. There's gonna be a blimp in this too. That's right, a blimp. This is a really, really cool strategy. Chris is gonna show us how to run it. He's gonna start a Grand Warden walk from the west. Grand Warden walks are a little bit slower, but they're very, very effective. They're also very predictable. And of course, the Grand Warden has a long reach, so he's going to be able to reach all kinds of things that a queen would not be able to do. I really like this strategy at Town Hall 13. It's super OP. It really requires a lot of different moving parts, and that's why I like it. Now, as far as the blimp, we have 2 Yetis in there, and I believe a Valkyrie, and of course under Rage, that's going to be able to take out the Town Hall for us, which is right over here on the side. So notice we're going to have a king with our 3 witches from the north, and then we have the Grand Warden walk from the west. The witches are going to provide a whole bunch of skeletons in a really, really nice way to funnel, right? They're going to clear out that entire section, and the king, of course, is going to be our tank. So the king is our tank, the witch is in the back, they're going to provide damage and send a bunch of skeletons. And now I'm going to pause this for a second, take a look. The Grand Warden is killing that multi-inferno, which is something that's really, really nice, right? That's a very, very good positive thing for us. The king is going to go in right here, the witches are going to provide the support. So the funnel has been created deep inside. He's going to use 4 earthquake spells right in the middle to open up the base and the section that requires basically access into all of the infernos. As you notice, this one right here, which is gonna go down, this inferno right here, and this one, the Eagle Artillery, both of the X-bows, and then of course the X-bow right over here, and the scatter shot, of course, with the Town Hall right on the side, even though it doesn't really matter because the blimp is gonna take out Town Hall under Rage with 2 Yetis and a Valk. So here we are. All of the Yetis are going in. The queen is behind. The Grand Warden now has switched because that is the main army. So the healers are going to jump in behind the Yeti and that main push, which is a really, really effective way to do this. With the bowlers, the Yeti, the Grand Warden, the queen, and of course the clan castle, the 4 healers, that army becomes almost unstoppable. It's gonna be able to take that entire section out. The clan castle is not really a big deal. He did throw a poison down on it, as you can see, and then we have 2 loons and a blimp going into the Town Hall. That blimp is going to be able to take care of the Town Hall and this section right here. There's a lot of things going on in this attack. There's a lot of different functions and combinations, and I really like this. That's one of the reasons I really like it. So the blimp goes right into the Town Hall area. He's going to rage, and now out of that, there's going to be more Yeti, as well as I believe the Valk is going to jump out of that. At this point in time, the entire base is being taken down systematically. We have the Royal Champion coming in from the side, taking out that multi-inferno and continuing to take out the rest of the defenses, while the Yeti, the healers, the Grand Warden, and the Queen rip apart the rest of this base. This is a really nicely done strategy. It's really, really nice because he used a really nice funnel, right? He used the witches the right way to create the funnel and continue with the king. He used the Grand Warden another way to make sure that everything goes into the center of the base. We used a blimp with 2 Yetis to take out the Town Hall, and everything else was taken out by the center kill squad. At this point in time, we got the queen who still has her pop. We have a whole bunch of Yeti. We have the Royal Champion. We have the Grand Warden. We have a bunch of wizards behind still doing the cleanup, and then of course the healers behind the whole entire party are going to be just following whatever needs healing and making sure that it stays alive. It's a really effective way to take down a Town Hall 13 base. As you can see right here, he pops the queen, comes in there. All of his heroes, except for of course the king, are alive, and the witches did a really nice job continuing to clean up that entire section, providing the skeletons and everything else that's needed. That's another way you can use witches at Town Hall 13, to use them as cleanup or to use them as a side funnel, a troop that creates a side funnel. This is a really, really nice attack. I really love this. I hope that you enjoyed it as well. Let's check out the next one. Now next up, we're gonna take a look at a similar strategy of what we saw before, and of course, except there's some P.E.K.K.A. in this too. There's a bunch of P.E.K.K.A., there's a bunch of Yeti, and the witches are not gonna be used for a side funnel. They're not gonna be used to basically funnel out the base and create the side little push right there. They're actually going to be used in the middle with the rest of the main kill squad, and that is a really effective way to go as well with the witches, to put them right in the middle behind your entire kill squad, because it's going to keep them alive, and they're going to continually spawn skeletons and help the main kill squad push into the base. That's what's happening right here. So let's take a look and see what Ransom does over here against, oh god, it's Lee. So 4 earthquake spaces down the middle to make sure and to ensure that his main kill squad goes into the base, and then we have a jump to jump across into the center, of course. Grand Warden walk on one side, that's done of course to create a nice funnel, right? That you want to make sure you create a nice funnel here. The Grand Warden is going to do a lot of work. There's a lot of push and a reach. 1 P.E.K.K.A. and 1 Yeti to basically basically take care of this entire section right over here, to clean it up and make sure that your main kill squad goes into the base. And then we have our Yeti, our siege barracks, and then of course the witches with the heroes behind the entire party. That's what we're doing. The Grand Warden meets the center push, and we are going into the base. Those are the witches are going to keep continually spawning skeletons and providing more and more value for us. He used the jump right over here in the corner to make sure that he accesses into the Eagle Artillery. Unfortunately, I don't think that his troops are fully going to go in there. They actually decided to split because of this building right here, I believe. Well, some of them are going in actually, some of them are splitting. It's a little weird, but the witches, as you notice, did end up going with the skeletons down the center to take out the Eagle Artillery. A couple of witches are still alive behind the center. We have the Royal Champion on the side. His entire kill squad actually split on him. It's not something that he wanted to do. He wanted to make sure that his main push goes into the center of the base and cleans up this entire section. That did not happen, but that, as you notice, does not matter. We still have two we have two or three actually wizards cleaning up. We have the Royal Champion, who did work on this entire section. Is going to allow the rest of the wizards to stay alive, or at least one of them to stay alive and clean up this section, while our main kill squad pushes into the base over here, takes out the multi-inferno. The witches did their job right over here, helped a little bit. I believe we still have 1 witch that is behind the queen, who's doing a lot of different things, and of course she ends up dying to that big giant bomb. The queen pops her ability. We still have the Tesla farm and 2 X-bows still going, but it does not matter. With the king in the front, the Royal Champion behind, we have a Yeti. Actually, we have 1 P.E.K.K.A. and then we have the healers left. That's going to be able to take care of it. That's going to be able to push the rest of our kill squad in and take it out, even though it did not work out as we planned, right? The idea was to make sure that the main kill squad pushes into the base versus outside of the base, but in this case it does not really matter. We still end up coming in with a 3-star, as you notice right here, because that healer is keeping the king alive just enough to take out that X-bow and then clean up the rest of the troops. Come home with a 3-star. This is a really nice attack. Even though it went wrong, we still ended up getting the triple because he used the troops the right way, and they ended up actually helping. The Royal Champion was saved till the end, and he jumped her on the side, as you notice right over here, to take care of this entire section, and that allowed the couple of witches and the wizards to make sure that they clean up and continue pushing into the base. So it's a really nice attack, and another way that you can use witches at Town Hall 13. Ladies and gentlemen, I sincerely hope that you enjoyed this video and learned something from it. That's right, this is the way that you can use witches at Town Hall 13 and come home with 3 stars. 3 different attacks with 3 different witch variations that you can use in your own wars. Like I said, I hope you liked this video. Make sure to subscribe and stay tuned. If you did, make sure to smash the like button and make sure to check me out on my Discord and my Twitter, because you don't want to miss out all the exciting stuff going on. I have daily videos for you. There's live streams and so much more coming. I'm super excited. There's some news that is coming as well, so make sure to stay tuned for that. And while you're here, check out this video right here. This is a really cool one, and I'll see you there.